my word. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to a new video. So I'm super excited to get into it because I have had some requests here and there about letting you guys know a bit more about my trip, and I'm more than happy to do this. I want to start off by saying Bali was one of the most incredible places I've ever been to in my life. Let's get into it. So costs, I'll be starting right there, give you guys a breakdown of the costs. I personally will start by saying that at the hostel I stayed at, I got free breakfast every single day. I will say the breakfast was not great, like, oh, and that is being generous. I mean, there were two options. So you could either have the scrambled eggs or an omelette with some toast and like a side of veggies, which was usually a little bit of carrots or cucumber on the side. The cucumber genuinely tasted like someone had sat on it. And then, so the second breakfast option is banana pancakes. So if you didn't want to have the egg option, you could have a little stack of pancakes, which were usually like quite thick. At my hostel, they gave you about 2 or 3 and had a little piece of banana and then just like a homemade caramel sauce. I had this breakfast almost every single day except for the 3 days where I had the eggs. At the same time, I will say it does kind of wear on you waking up and eating like a sugary caramel like paste every morning. So that's the only realistic downside of the free brekkie. Everything else, the convenience aspect, you know, and for me, I was so happy. I wouldn't have changed, you know, the situation, because I think having a free breakfast, it's just a really nice supportive option. So yeah, I will try to include a photo of the free banana pancakes, and like, I'm not gonna lie, they weren't bad, they weren't terrible. Like I say, it's just the matter of waking up every day and like having like, you know, a pancake and like a thick caramel sweet like sauce. It does kind of wear on you when it is the breakfast every day, but yeah, realistically those were the options. So then next I would take a grab into town, and the grabs costed very cheap in my experience. So in South African rands, I'd converted to about maybe 18 rand or 20 rand for a grab. Like, it was that cheap. It was about 12,000 rupiah to about 24,000 rupiah, which is really cheap. Maybe for me the grabs were cheaper because I was staying so close into the town I wanted to explore, which is really helpful. Okay, the next thing I will talk about is going into town and going to a boba shop. So I actually went to this really stunning boba place early on in my trip, and I was just craving boba. I don't know, it was like immediately as I landed, the first thing that came into my head was boba. I was like, I need to find a boba place. So this is one of the spots that I went to in Bali, really right off the bat. Very nice, very touristy, I think quite on par of like something that a tourist might venture out and do. So the cost of my boba was quite expensive. It was 80 to 85 rand for like, you know, a cup of boba. Yeah, the boba was delicious. The cafe was beautiful. The service workers were so nice. I actually remember chatting to the guy who made my boba for like quite a while, because he was like a local, like a surfer, just like a really friendly social interaction as well. So it was a great experience. I will say though, I only went to this boba place once because I was a bit shocked at the price. I thought 85 rand is a bit heavy to pay for a boba. For me, was just like a little bit expensive. And then I would get a grab to like a separate location, so maybe a cafe. I went to the sushi cafe quite often while I was there. I actually have a video on my channel of me eating sushi there. This was my favorite place, so I would go there for lunch. They had the best sushi, like delicious, and it was so affordable. I was actually shook. I did do a bit of research to look at more affordable places to have sushi in Bali, because I know there are like more expensive locations as well, and I don't remember paying over 230 rand for my entire bill. The sushi would be, so that's 255,000 rupiah. The sushi, the quality was amazing. Like, I would get rolls that had like onion bits and cream cheese, like really elevated rolls. Okay, so then at the beach clubs, I wouldn't spend like any money. I'm just gonna be so real with you guys. For one, because the beach club I would go to was expensive. They kind of do rack it up there. The beach clubs were really fun though, like the experience. Also, they're so beautiful. Like, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, you just go and not spend money, it's weird. The beach clubs are so incredibly beautiful that you're like looking at the landscape. It's free to like swim in the club, so it's like going to an amazing water park. So I think a bottle of water at the beach club was like insane. It was like 100 rand for like a bottle of water in terms of rands. So on my way home, or on my way to the, like, you know, the start of the day, Bali has so many convenience stores that are just such amazing savvy options, because they have a range of things. I mean, you can get mochi. I had the most delicious mochi. I have a video of trying snacks at a Bali convenience store. You can get drinks like milk teas or like lychee teas, different types of things. You could get like hot food at the counter, which was like really decent. Interesting onigiris. They also had fresh onigiris at a lot of the convenience stores, which I loved and ate like so often. I was obsessed with those things. They had matcha at the convenience stores, like really cheap venti size matchas, and so the convenience stores were just really like great options. Circle K and Indomart were the most popular ones that I saw. So I would say I'm gonna put the convenience store at 50,000 rupiah, which is 50 South African rands, just as like an overview. Maybe if you spend more or less, but like that's super affordable for like really tasty, interesting options for food. A hostel would often do like events at night. So we had like a pizza night where like if you bought a pizza, you got free entry into the club that was associated with the pizza night, which was like amazing. But I do remember Mondays was hot pizza at Luigi's, and this was like such a fun part of my trip, because I remember researching Luigi's before I went to Bali, and this is like one of the really cool clubs. So yeah, Luigi's is like a very cool sort of, I don't even know how to explain it, like it's very modern Italian, where they have like these huge cups with like the Luigi pizza like sign on it, and they sell like hot pizza, but it's like a really popular club, like it's hard to get into. And I know Luigi's entry fee, it was quite expensive. I think it was like 250 South African rands for an entry fee, which is 250,000 Indonesian rupiah, which obviously is a lot. So that's a really cost heavy part of the trip. But as I say, at my hostel, you could get a pizza for like 150,000 rupiah, which is paying for the pizza, and you got like a free ticket into Luigi's. So yeah, staying at a hostel really does help in those ways. I mean, there were days where I would just chill out by the pool at the hostel and only go out in the evening and only spend money then. So that also, you know, is very much like realistic, because you're in Bali, like it's incredible. You just want to take it in, the scenes, and like just staying by the pool is like such an incredible experience, because it's the most like I had a very like a very Jurassic feeling. Like it's very much Jurassic with all the like trees and the insects, the coconuts. That was another thing. Oh my god, I had a coconut every single time I could, basically, and those were so cheap. Coconuts were like, I think 30 rand, 40 rand for, I'm talking a high quality coconut with a metal straw and the brand of a restaurant on the front face. So that was one of my highlights, which is what we're moving on to next. I'll talk about Fins. Fins is one of the most popular beach clubs in Bali. I saw something the other day that said it's one of the best beach clubs in the world. I went like right in the beginning, sort of with a friend I met from Spain, and then like a few of her friends, and then I met like another group of people that became sort of my core group of friends, and I ended up going with them maybe 5 times to Fins. Like we had so much fun going to Fins. The view was amazing. The food was impeccable. Like I said, I never bought anything, but I did taste the food. I did eat the food there, and it was genuinely like, I still remember what the burrito tastes like at Fins. Another highlight was that I then switched to go to another hostel. I ended up going to a hostel in Seminyak, which is a different part of Bali, and for 4 nights I think I paid £3, like European pounds, per night. I used the app Hostel World. I literally just heard people saying, oh, I'm gonna like check into this hostel, I'll stay 1 night, 2 nights at the hostel I was currently staying at, and then they were like, oh, maybe I'll see other places. And I thought, you know, why don't I give it a try to book into another hostel in a different part of Bali? And I'm so glad I did, guys, because if you want to book into another part of Bali, the hostels, you can find a hostel for like €3 a night, and I booked for 4 nights, and I actually ended up paying like 280 rand, like something like that, just like under 300 rand for 4 nights for a whole different hostel, which I found was so worth it. And this was the last 4 nights of my trip. I went to Seminyak, and Seminyak is so beautiful because Canggu is like the hub, but Seminyak's more like the suburbia of Bali, I would say. I was staying right opposite this little Tokyo cafe that did a free onigiri with every drink that you got. So I would literally be like in Seminyak, go to the little Tokyo cafe, get myself an iced matcha, and get a free onigiri for breakfast, and pay like so cheap. They did their onigiris way more fancy, like layout, and then like the filling on top, and a miso soup. By the way, they would give you a miso soup just with your onigiri. Also, Ubud and Uluwatu. So I then ventured out to Uluwatu and Ubud, which was so amazing. On my trip to Uluwatu, I think I paid around 100 to 150 rand for a grab to Ulu. And then Ubud, another highlight. Such an incredible day. I will say though, in both directions, Uluwatu and Ubud, it's almost like they're in separate directions, and Canggu's in the middle. Ubud was like maybe an hour and a half journey, whereas Uluwatu was just like 45 minutes to an hour. I think I also paid like 200 rand for grab. Ubud's also where all the rice plantations are, so you just drive and like you just start seeing these incredible like rice paddies. I also have a video in Ubud that I actually posted, so go check out that video. Actually, there's also videos on my TikTok of me trying like different cafes. I went to a cinnamon roll cafe that I really wanted to go to. So I think let's move on to the bikini haul. This is a bikini that I got in Bali. So I actually got this from a friend. The friend I went to Fins with, who was from Spain, she left this bikini at our hostel. Well, I think we spoke on Instagram, and I said I can take this bikini to the airport, and like maybe you can organize like shipping there. And then she was like, no, you can have it, like it's yours, like do you want it? So this was really fun. Quite a cute story attached to this bikini actually. So this one I think is beautiful, and then the bottoms are just like similar. So this bikini is super beautiful to me as well, because this one's like brown, similar. Let me tell you guys, I haggled for every single one of these bikinis. I wore this bikini all the time. So it's just a pink bikini like this. This bikini is so nice because it's a bit different from the other ones that I just showed you with the straps. So this one has the arms situation already, you know, sort of clocked in for you. This is probably my favorite bikini that I got, like looking at it really. I knew I had to get it when I got there, like absolutely obsessed with this one. This yellow bikini, so it's very similar to the pink one. It's actually the exact same, just in yellow. I'm obsessed with it, and I need to wear it soon. Like how pretty is that? Oh yeah, so you can actually see the straps in like a different way. Guys, and those were all the bikinis I got in Bali, and that I think is the end of the video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helps in terms of costs, and yeah, absolutely love my trip, and thank you so much for everyone who asked questions and was interested. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful if you are planning a trip, and all the best for your journey. Love you guys so much, and don't forget to tune in for a new video next time. Bye.